Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Tato. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Please do not forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and do comment down below as you're watching the video. So as you can see from the title, today we have a story time, and this is a very dear topic to me. Like, guys, if there's one thing that I go through is emotions, okay? And the main reason why I decided to shoot this specific video was because I lost my mom 12 years ago, and it hit me. This year was just like, yo, it has really happened. I put that on my WhatsApp status and I said, Mom, it's been 12 years, and that crying emoji. And two of my friends who have lost their moms were like, why don't you actually talk about this, because we can relate, and we think there are a lot of people who can really relate to it. But just talk about you, talk about how it has changed you as a person, and just put your emotions out there. And I was like, why not? So here we are. As you can see from the title, I'm gonna be talking or sharing with you guys how my mom's passing actually has made me grow. So in my family, my mom had 12 kids, right? I know but as you guys know, back in the days, marriage was just a thing of, they could easily just push you into it. You didn't really have a say in it. Sometimes you'd find that you get married young, and the only thing that you brought into the marriage was to have kids. So yeah, my mom had 12 kids. So I have 6 brothers and I have 5 sisters. How many surviving? 3 surviving, 2 are gone, and I have 3 surviving brothers. Okay, so as you can hear, we are one huge ass family, and most of my siblings grew in our aunts' places, our grandparents' places, and it was only 3 of us, like the last 3 that were close and into one space for a long time, meaning we lived with my mom, just the 3 of us. The rest were with other family members. So we were really close, and my mom was a businesswoman. By a businesswoman, I mean she naitebeza. There's no other way to put it. She hustled for us. Like, we didn't need anything. She made sure that we had everything. Even though sometimes it would take time for her to provide whatever that we wanted, but she was a hard-working woman. I don't get shocked when I'm this hard-working, when I'm just pushing myself to get whatever that I want, because I've seen it in my life. I've seen it happen. I'm not gonna talk about my dad, but I grew up without him, and that showed me how strong my mom was and how badly she wanted us to be better people. So I think she started getting sick in 2009, right? That's when the sickness started, and it was a thing of, I'm sick but I'm still walking, and she would still go to work, she would still rock her heels. It was just a thing of, I'm sick but I'm still able to do things for myself. Late 2009, that's when she badly got sick. I think I was 13 or 14, I can't remember properly, but I was still very young. So 2009 late, it hit her. Like, she couldn't do shit, she couldn't do anything, she was in bed most of the time. That's when it hit that, okay, now my mom is sick, and it's just the 3 of us. We are in school, our sisters are living their best lives somewhere. Yes, they do come, but it's not a thing of, we come on a monthly basis to come and see our mom, but we were young, like I said, and we didn't see those things as being bad. But now that I think of them, they were, that's not how you do it. So 2009, it hit. She got sick. She was in bed most of the time. I was in grade 8. Yeah, I was in grade 8, and she couldn't pay my school fees anymore, guys. Like, that's how bad it got. And then okay, it was grade 8, right? Which is 2009. And then in 2010, beginning of 2010, that's where she was badly sick, and I moved to the next grade, which was grade 9. That's when, like, everything shattered, everything changed. We had no food for days. We would literally have to go to next door neighbors and ask for food and all of those things. But luckily for us, we lived in a community where people, knew that she was sick, and they would come, bring food, come and check up on us and all of that. So it was a thing of, okay, she's sick, let's take care of the kids. But I think that's when I started, like, mentally prepare myself. Like, I don't want to say I was expecting her to die, but that's when I saw that if she was to die, we were literally going to suffer. And then I think in February, that's when it was bad, guys. It was so bad. She couldn't now bath herself, she couldn't eat, she couldn't do anything. It was February, March, April, same thing. May, then in June she passed on. May his soul continue to rest in peace. And guys, when I tell you, everything changed there. Like, I saw my life flashing into pieces. Like, I saw my life just pew. Because remember, I'm still in school, right? I'm expected to bring certain things to school. I'm expected to participate in certain activities at school. And sometimes those things needs your parents to be there, needs money. Those things needs, commitment. I was in the choir in my school, and most of the time when we went to events, they would ask us to bring certain amount of money. I wasn't able to do that. And that's what I loved. I loved singing, and I was just, I didn't know what to do, guys. Everything was just, I felt like I didn't deserve to live. I felt like, what is going to be of me now that my mom is not there anymore? Oh, this was so hard. This is so hard, guys. It's very hard. But I want to share this part of my life with you so that you understand why I'm pushing as much as I'm pushing myself, So she passed on, the funeral passed on, and everything was done. I remember, like, a few days after the funeral, that's when family comes together, and then everyone, like older people, decides what they want to take from where. My older brother decided to say, you know what, I will take Tato, which is me. And then my other brother said, I will take my sister. The other one said, I will take the other one, because they understood that we needed to continue going to school. We're going to need certain things in life. By taking, they meant they were going to take care of us. And then it went on, I think June, July, August, September. I think that's when there's a story time here on my channel that I shared how I dropped out of school because of a boy, something like that. I think it was in September, where we went on a trip with my school choir, and I never came back home on that night. You have to go watch that. I'll link it up here. You have to go watch that so that you can understand what I'm talking about. So my brother, the one that had said he was going to take care of me, decided, oh, you know what, I can't do this. I can't take care of someone who is not going to respect me. First of all, I can't take care of someone who's going to, you know, just live her best life and not care what I think, you know. So he dropped me. He was like, you know what, I cannot take you to school anymore. I can't buy you clothes anymore. I can't do shit for you anymore. So you have to see yourself. You have to see what you can do. Luckily for myself, I'll say luckily for myself, because my other siblings were okay, and they were not problematic as I was, because I think, I mean, I was 13 or 14, guys. I was still trying to find myself in an adolescent. Like, there was no way I wasn't going to misbehave. There was no way. I had to go through that phase for me to understand, you know, myself. And yeah, my brother was like, I can't deal with this. I cannot. Remember, now he also has responsibilities. The wife also was just like, we cannot be taking care of someone who does not listen to us. So they dropped me. I had to drop out of school. This was in grade 9. I was going to grade 10, right? Luckily, my mother's mother was still alive. So she was like, you know what, instead of you sitting there and not doing anything, remember when you're sitting at home, there are chances of you falling pregnant and not knowing the father because you're dumb, first of all. So she was like, you know what, instead of you sitting at home and not doing anything, come this side, come to Joburg, and then this side, schools luckily are free. You know, you don't have to pay school fees. You don't have those things that they call exam fees. So I came this side 2010, and I had to start grade 8 again. I had to go back to grade 8 because remember, Lesotho and South Africa don't write the same. You know, even subjects are not the same. So I had to start all over. I went to grade 8 this side. I passed. I went to grade 9. I passed. Then I went to grade 10. That's when my mother's mother passed on when I was in grade 8. Yeah, she passed when I was in grade 8 going to grade 9. That's when she passed on. So I was left with my uncle and his wife. I would love to say it was his wife, but no. So yeah, I stayed there. I did my grade 9, went to grade 10. I failed my grade 10. The reason why I failed my grade 10 was that things were not the same anymore. My grandmother was not there anymore. She was the one who took care of me. She was the one who said, I will not let my granddaughter suffer when I'm still here. So now I'm left with my uncle. My uncle cannot take care of me and his kids and the wife and everything. So he had shops, like dispenser shops, and I used to work in those dispenser shops, and you'd find that sometimes, oh guys, I don't even get like the Abarza Christmas. I was still very young, guys. I used to never get the Abarza Christmas because the business is not doing well, but I used to wake up every morning to go and, you know, bake magwenya, do the kota and all of that. So I think that's when my mind started to mature. You know, I told myself, this is not what I want for myself. This is not the life that I would love to live. I failed my grade 10 because I wasn't focusing on school. I was focusing on, you know, I was basically the wife of the house because I was the one cleaning, making sure everyone is eating and everything. So I wasn't fully a child. I was taking care of that household, okay? So this one time, I remember my uncle had a party, guys. He had a party where there were a lot of girls in my house, and I was writing the next day. I think that's when I saw that, you know what, I'm not gonna survive in this house. This is not going to take me anywhere. And I didn't want that life. Like, guys, I did not want to live in that house, but I had to because I wanted to finish. At least I was just telling myself, at least if you could get matric, then, you know, you're out. Varsity, we'll see. okay, that happened, I failed, I repeated. And then there were a lot of stuff that was happening in that house, and I was like, you know what, this is not what I want. Like, I don't want this, I don't want this. And then that's when I met my husband. Yo, I honestly do not know what to say when it comes to that. I think I have shared a story time as well on that. I'll link it also. And he was still in school, guys. He was still in school. But when I told him all the things that I was going through, he was like, no ways, there's no way. How come you're still standing? How come you're still saying you see yourself becoming a teacher, you see yourself becoming this, you see yourself becoming that? Because all of these things were supposed to break you. All of these things were supposed to just shatter you down, you know. You were supposed to say, fuck life, I do not want to live anymore, but you're still here. It shows that you truly want to make something out of your life, you know. You truly want to be something. And that's when he took me. I stayed with him when I was in grade 10. I started living with my husband when I was in grade 10, guys, because the previous year, the year that I failed my first grade 10, my uncle was like, nope, you have to go back to Lesotho because you don't want to listen, you don't want, like, if I would do like one mistake, you know, maybe let's say I'm cooking pap and then I burn it, that was it. He would tell me stories, he would tell me how disobeying I am, you know, how disrespectful I am and all of that. So he was like, you know what, I also cannot be taking care of someone who does not listen, so go back home. So I went back to Lesotho. Then I called my husband. Okay, I called my boyfriend, who's now my husband, and I told him that, you know what, I'm not coming back. Just forget about me. I am not coming back. My family has decided that, you know what, this is not what we want. And he was like, no, it's not going to happen. So he had a sister who stayed in Soweto, his mom's side, who stayed in Soweto. So I had to go and live with the sister there. I stayed with his sister for 3 years. No, for 5 years, guys. I stayed with his sister for 5 years, and she was so welcoming. She made me feel like family. She made me feel like I'm part of them, you know. She made me feel like I'm not an outsider, I'm not a girlfriend. She made me feel part of the family. And I lived with them for that 5 years, and everything was okay until, you know, how people get used to you and then they now start seeing mistakes in you. There was a time where I was accused of cheating on my now husband. There was a time where I was accused of so many things, because one thing about me, guys, when I was still in school, I was friends with a lot of boys. I don't want to lie to you. I was friendly to a lot of boys, and sometimes you'd find that we go together to certain places, so she would think we're dating and all of that, until I told my husband that, you know what, this is me, this is how I am. And honestly, he understood. He understood. But the sister was just like, no, there's no way a girl could be friends with so many boys. But it passed. I got to matric. I passed my matric with a bachelor, and I felt like I wanted to upgrade myself, because I wasn't happy with my English and my maths, which was a waste of time. I went to upgrade. I wasted my freaking money. I wasted my time. I wasted, you know what, if I had not went to that school and say I was going to upgrade, I would have gotten my degree by now. I'm telling you. Yeah. And here I am. I'm on YouTube now. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I am a businesswoman, because honestly, being a makeup artist, being a YouTuber, it's a job. It is a job. So, okay, backtracking to all of those things, I think this is why I push myself so hard. One thing about me, I will not go to bed hungry. I have told myself that I've seen my mom strain herself just for us to survive. That's basically what I'm gonna do for my kids. And I've told myself so many times that, you know what, you don't need a man to make it happen. You have to start, then he will come and support. If God decides that you're going to be pushed by your husband or your boyfriend, you have to start for him to see that this is what she really wants, you know. I remember when I started being a makeup artist, I used to do myself and I didn't see it as a business opportunity. And my husband would say, "You look beautiful. Why don't you try doing other people, you know?" I started doing my makeup proper when I was out of school, like when I was out of uniform. And he would always compliment me, say, "You look beautiful. Why don't you try doing other people's faces?" And I didn't trust myself then, you know, until I did his sister. And she got compliments because she was one person who would go to parties and all of that. She got compliments and people would ask, "Who did your makeup?" Then they would come, I would do their face, their eyebrows, because people are still struggling till this day. There are people who are still struggling with like brows, so I would do their brows and they would get compliments as well. Then that's when I saw, you know what, this is basically something that I can turn into a business. And then I started doing other people's. I remember I used to charge 100 rand for a beat. Yeah, that's how it started. And then I would, you know, get to do people, like more people would get to see me, and then I would get to do their faces as well. And then I think that's also where my husband saw that you really like this thing. Then he bought me products, he bought me, you know, literally anything that I would say to him, "This is what I saw, I'd love to have it," he would buy it. So this is why I'm saying, if you want him to support you, just start with what you have and then he will continue from where you have started. And I think what I'm trying to say is, I honestly took a decision to just better myself and not want to live the life that I had been living for the past, I don't know how many years, guys. And I told myself that's basically how I'm going to raise my child. You know what, you do not need anyone to come and give you affirmation. You have to tell yourself that I'm gonna make it, you know. Now I'm on YouTube, now I am a businesswoman, now I'm a mother to a beautiful baby boy, and everything is just, you know, coming together. Yes, I'm not where I want to be yet, but for the time being, I am pushing my passion. I'm pushing something that I thought was just a hobby. I've turned it into a business, you know. So I think all of those traumas that I suffered as a child is one of the things that pushed me, is one of the things that have made me want to be who I am now, honestly. And that's basically how my life has been since my mom has passed. I've been blessed with another mother. My mother-in-law is, guys, I don't even know what to say. And I know for some people they don't get along with their mother-in-laws, but for me, I've gained a mother, I've gained a guider, I've gained, guys, this woman is everything and more to me. There's no day where I remember her saying, "Because you're not my child, I'm not gonna do this for you," or "I'm not gonna advise you," or "I'm not no. She has taken me as her own. So she does not have baby girls. She didn't have baby girls. So when I came into the family, I think she was like, "Manaka untliseditse ngwanyana." You know, we have the greatest bond. We get along. Yes, there are days where, you know, we fight, but it's not really that hectic. You can fight with your biological mother. So I just look at it as that thing of I would, even my mom, we would fight for such, you know. I don't really take it too hard and be like, "Yeah, because you're not my mother, this is why you're doing this." No, I used to do that, but I think I grew and I understood that Obviously things are not going to be the same with her own child, but she doesn't really make me feel it, you know. Like I said, the traumas that I have suffered, guys, have actually made me who I am today. And the passing of my mom actually taught me a lot. It taught me that you cannot rely on people, whether it's blood, whether it's family, whether, you know what, you have to get up and do something for your life. You have to get up and do something for yourself, because people get tired. People get tired of helping. People get tired of always being asked for money, you know. So if there's something you can do with your hands just to put food on the table, do it. Even if it means you wash people's turkeys, you wash people's cars, just do something, you know, so that when someone decides to say, you know what, I'm taking responsibility of this person, at least you have started something, and it's not going to be a burden on them that now I've taken this person, now I have to even buy you sanitary pads. I used to go through that phase. I know how it feels to, you know, literally ask for everything. It's not nice. It's always better if you have 20 bucks, he has 20 bucks, like kopanya, you go and buy the gota, you eat, you know, it's nice. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to share that part of my life, and I just want to give someone who's watching this video hope that it's not the end of the world when you lose your parents. It isn't the end of the world when you lose someone dear to you. You just have to accept it. I know it's not easy to forget it, because like I said, it's been 12 years, but each year in June the 10th, my mood just, if I can count like how many times I've cried on the 10th of June, you guys won't believe me, but I think it has taken me to a better place, you know. It has made me wanna do more for myself. It has made me wanna live even more for my child, because honestly, I do not want him to go through all of that, where family will say we'll take care of him, and then the next thing he's taken care of by strangers. I just wanna say to you, if you have lost your parent and you feel like giving up, don't. I believe that these people see us better when they are gone than when they are here on earth, because I don't know, that's just how I feel. I feel like they have a better view on our lives now that they are gone, and I believe they are closer to God than us. I feel like they are now in a better place where they can, you know, see and help us better our lives and everything. I'm one person who believes in ancestors. I don't worship dead people, but I believe there is an afterlife. So don't come in my comments saying, nah, I said you must worship dead people. No, I'm saying I believe in ancestors, and I believe there's an afterlife. So yeah, guys, please do subscribe to the channel, and do let me know what you thought of the story time. If you liked the story time, please give it a huge thumbs up. And actually, I didn't cry as much as I thought I would. Hey, honestly, I didn't think I would finish this video, but here we are, meaning we are growing. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I'll see you guys in my next one.